welcome to Schueys Barbecue. Well, you'll learn the tips and tricks to master your grill. Today, I'm going to be smoking some baby back ribs. So, let's get into it. What are you waiting for? Oh yeah, this week I'm doing a giveaway. Now, roll the intro. That's right, today I'm going to be smoking some baby back ribs, and also I'm going to be doing a giveaway. But you're going to have to watch the entire video to find out how you can have the opportunity to win this week's prize. Okay, so it's enough dribble from me, let's get into it. Okay, today we're smoking baby back ribs, and whenever you're choosing ribs, you want to stay away with what's commonly known as shiners, and that means you'll be able to see the bones poking through the meat. It just means that they've trimmed off most of the meat. These obviously are nice and meaty, you can't see the bones. The other thing I do tend to look for is I flip them over and try and get as straight a bones as I can, because generally they're on a big angle. It just makes it easier to cut, that's all. So it's generally what I'm looking for, meat and straight bones. Now we will have to trim off all this excess fat, and you can see whoever has trimmed these has left a couple of chunky bits off. So we will get all that off. We'll take this fat off. This fat's not going to render down in the cook. So, and the rub isn't going to stick to it. All it's going to do is stop our rub that we put on this penetrating through to the meat. So we may as well remove it all. Alright, that's trimmed up enough for what I'm going to use at home. You can see that's a fair bit of fat and just a little bit of excess daggy bits of meat. I'll put that in a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and I'll grind it down later on with some beef to make some burger patties. Alright, now it's just time to flip it over, and we just want to trim off this excess flap here, and because again that's just going to dry out, and now we just need to get the membrane off, and the easiest way is butter knife and a piece of paper towel. The paper towel just purely because it's slippery and you can get a better grip. I sometimes have luck, I just go through the middle and I can actually pull the whole thing off in one hit, or you can just come from the edge, get the knife under it. And the only reason I'm using a butter knife, it's rounded, it's not sharp. You get a large sharp knife like the trimming knife, and it just pokes a hole in it, and you're not going to get it. Let's see if we can try and get it all in one hit. No, it'll take two goes. That's most of it. And in fact, we don't want the skin in there. I'm not going to grind that up. And one last little dreg. There we go. So that's it. Time for some rub, and I'm going to put that away first. Alright, now on to the rub that I'll be using today. I'm going to be using Dan Barrett from Four Monkeys pork rub, and for those of you who've had your head in the hole for the last few years, Dan Barrett is one part of the Big Smoke barbecue team who won the 2017 Australian Barbecue Alliance GC. I mean, and he still just wins trophy after trophy after trophy. Any competition that I've been in and he's been competing, all you hear is the murmur at the back of the crowd of him saying, "Oh, the worst cook of my life," and he walks away with more trophies and money than anyone. So realistically, if that's what he can do on a bad day, you can imagine what he's doing on a good day when he decides to make and release these rubs. So I did ring him and I said, let him know that I wanted to do a giveaway, and he said, what are you after? And I said, look, I want to buy a set of your rubs, and I'm going to give them away. And he said, no, here's a set. So cheers to Dan. And because Dan's given me the rubs, I'm going to post them anywhere in the world. Okay, so I'm in Melbourne, Australia, so I don't care where you are. If you win this comp, I'll ship them out to you free of charge. There is one catch. You just have to watch the whole video because I'm going to put the details of how to win it somewhere hidden in this video. So watch the whole thing, learn out how to enter, and hopefully you learn something. If not, hopefully I give you a bit of a laugh anyway. Alright, on to putting some rub onto our pork ribs. Alright, onto the rub. Now, when applying a rub, generally do it about 30 centimetres high from your meat. It just allows a more even coverage. Find if you do it too close, you're going to get an uneven sort of spread of your rub. So obviously your meat's going to be unevenly seasoned. So let's do it from about, as I said, about 30 centimetres. And go right over it. Make sure you get it all. Okay. Alright, so we'll just flip it over and we'll do this side as well. Nice, even strokes, even rub. I mean, the smell of this rub is absolutely awesome. I love it. That's it. And just to get the edges, make sure you get it all. That's it. Now just pat the rub in. Don't rub it in because then you're going to get that uneven coverage. By rubbing it, you're going to be moving the rub that's on this side over to that side. Okay, so I'll probably put a little bit more on and we'll go out and get the smoker ready and get these on. But I'm going to probably leave these out for about an hour to let that rub penetrate into the meat, and these will be beautiful. Alright, I'm always stating to master the charcoal that you're using, and that'll in turn help you to master your grill. In saying that, I had a company reach out to me and asked me if I wanted to try some of their products, and I always love trying new products. And Nick and Cassandra from Slow Burn, they made contact this week, and they just said, look, we're loving the videos, we follow you on Facebook and on Instagram, would you like some of our product? They do a range of smoking wood. They also supply the Pitt Brothers Gidgee Lump charcoal and the Black Pearl charcoal briquettes. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about their wood, but I've also heard a lot of good things about those other two products. So I said, yeah, sure, and I'll happily try it on my next video. I'll be the Jeremy Clarkson of barbecue if you want, but unfortunately if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I've heard pretty good things about it, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. But like most things, I've never used it before, so we'll see how much of an adjustment I have to do from what I'm normally using. So what I do like with all of the different woods, and they asked, they said, look, tell us a couple of different types you like, and I just sort of randomly said a whole bunch, and they actually gave me everything. So I should have told them I like to smoke all my meat with $100 bills. I'll remember that next time. But like, so I got cherry, apricot, pear, peach, red wine, oak, nectarine, sugar gum and apple. But down in the corner of each tag, it's actually got a picture of the protein that the wood is recommended for. So I know a lot of new people into smoking, that is a big question. They go, oh, what wood should I use for this and what should for that? So there's a company for you that is actually giving you that information on the tag. So I'm guessing they've got it on their website, but give them a shout out and tell them Schueys sent you their way, and I'm sure they'll look out for you. Anyway, I just do want to say though, this isn't a paid endorsement, okay? Any product I've ever had on my YouTube, not paid for. okay? And if I do get a paid endorsement, I'll let you guys know up front, okay? Because I don't think it's fair for someone to be paying me and then me just coming on and say, this is a great product, okay? So they've just reached out to me. They said, do you want to try our product? And I said, yes. The rub that I'm using today, Dan Barrett's, I mean, I know Dan Barrett, yes I do, but would I use, he knows, if I didn't like his rubs, I wouldn't use them, and I definitely wouldn't tell people to use them. So, you know, if I'm saying it, it's because I like it. Doesn't mean the general population's going to like it, but I know I like it, okay? And your taste is different to everyone else's, so just remember that. But anyway, I'm going to get some of, I think for this I'm going to use, because I'm using the WSM and ribs, I actually want to give the Gidgee Lump Charcoal a run today, and I'll save the Black Pearl briquettes for another cook. And I think, because it's pork, I'm going to go apple and cherry. They're sort of my two little favourites. I mean, that's going to be my big test, okay, because I use apple and cherry so many times. That's going to be, as I said, my big test on whether or not this wood stands up to the test of what I've been accustomed to. So I'll light some charcoal and get into it. Alright, first impressions so far. Charcoal's lit. I've set up the lump charcoal like I do any minion method in my Weber Smoky Mountain. That lump charcoal has taken longer, the chimney, to get ready than my normal. But in saying that, I can feel the heat coming off it. And that's sort of what I've heard about this stuff. It can take a bit longer, but it'll burn for days, so we'll see. The wood, as I said, I'm going to use cherry and apple, and I've grabbed out the chunk. So I'll do one of the cherry and two of the apple. And first impressions, they've taken all the bark off. I absolutely love that. But they are super fragrant. I noticed that when I got them in the Hessian bags and I had them in the back of the car. That's all I could smell on the drive home. So dump the lit charcoal in, we'll get the wood on, we'll allow our smoker to get to temp. I'm looking at about 135 Celsius, a little bit higher if I could, but there's a lot of crosswind in my yard, probably picking it up on the mic. So I'm at least aiming for that 135 Celsius, so we'll see how we go. But I'll dump that in, chuck the wood in, set the vents. If you're unsure how to set the vents or control your own, I'll link my Charcoal 101 video at the end of this one to give you a bit of an idea. I mean, all smokers have vents, okay? You've got an inlet and an outlet, okay? So it's about mastering your grill. So anyway, let's get into it. And look, I love Nick and Cassandra for reaching out with the wood. It's good gloves. It's good gloves on me. Even that, I can actually see that lump. That lump that's bright red, and that sort of goes hand in hand with what people have told me about this stuff. It takes ages, but it'll burn for days. So it actually feels denser than what I'm used to. So, all right, proof's in the pudding. So we'll just put our wood around the edges so it can smoulder. I'll put the middle section part on. Now I've got all the vents open. I've already got the probe attached. Now for this cook, I'm using the JG deflector plate, so I don't have a water pan running, and put that in there, lid on. As I said, I'll let this get up to 10, I'll adjust all my vents, and we can put our ribs on. Alright, our smoker is humming along now and ready for the ribs. Here you can see, I didn't use a binder on this, remember that, like all I've done is put the dry rub on Dry rub actually makes the meat sweat a bit. It draws out a little bit of moisture, and as you can see, it's set a nice glaze over the top. So, personal opinion, I don't think you really need a binder, okay? I haven't used one for years. I did because when I first looked up how to do pork ribs, everyone was throwing mustard on. Thought that must be the thing to do. One day I didn't have mustard, put a dry rub on, look at the results. So we're ready to put these now in the smoker, so let's get to it. Okay, the WSM's been humming along. I'm super stoked with this. It's been humming along at 150 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to put the ribs in now. Beautiful. Simple as that. As I said, I'm going to check them in about an hour. Just check on the colour. When I'm happy with that colour, that's when we're going to wrap it in foil, and they'll go back in for another hour. So realistically, it's time to sit back and have a drink. Okay, our ribs are in now. The smoky mountain is humming along at 150 degrees Celsius. We do have a strong crosswind, and the mic is more than likely picking that up. The deflector plate by JG Barbecue is actually holding up temp really well. We're getting slight fluctuations. We've got a lot of wind, but it's at 152, so it's sort of hovering at that 151, 152. So it's sort of what I wanted anyway. So first impressions, again, that lump charcoal's roaring hot and holding temp really well. So we're probably looking at an hour, hour and a half cook time as they are. As I said, we'll check it in an hour. Just check. We want a nice mahogany colour that's a combination of the Four Monkeys rub and the smoking wood that we've used. So once we're happy with the colour, then we'll wrap it in foil with some honey and maple. I'll show you a bit later what we're going to do. And then once they're probing, nice and tender, we'll glaze them, put them in for about 7 minutes. All up, we're probably looking around that 2 to 3, more like a 3 hour cook for the ribs. And those guys who love to use my beer timer, so you're realistically looking at about 6 beers. Okay, so grab a beer, sit back, enjoy, and you just have to wait an hour and then we can check it. Alright, it's been an hour, so it's time to check the ribs. Remember, we just smoke them until we like the colour, and then we're going to wrap them. So, oh, that Four Monkeys, man, that really just has a beautiful red flavour to it, and the wood's obviously helping that. But there are a few little dry spots. So I've just got water, so I'm just going to give it a light spritz just to get these dry spots going. So that colour, but I might give it another 15-20 minutes, and I'll check it again. Alright, I've had a quick look at the ribs, and the colour on them is absolutely amazing. That Four Monkeys really permeates a nice red sort of mahogany over the ribs. So the time to come off, I want to wrap them, and what we're going to do is we're going to double wrap them in foil. So I'll put some honey, a little splash of maple, okay, some brown sugar, and it's time for them to come off. That colour. Now, see, bones are starting to pull through. Now we're going to lay them meat side down. I'll just put the lid back on though. Okay, so same deal. I'm just going to put a little bit of honey, a little bit of the maple, okay, some more brown sugar, and because it's pork, I like to put a little bit of apple juice, half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, and for those that don't know, citrus. Citrus really helps to tenderise meat, so a little bit of orange. Okay, and then some nice big bits of butter. Now we're going to wrap this up really nice and tight, and as I said, we want it wrapped tight because if we leave any little air pockets in there, it'll steam, and we want to sort of keep the juices in the meat, so this is going to help tenderise it all. Okay, we double wrap it just in case we pierce the first layer of foil. We don't want to lose those juices. So back in for about an hour, then I'm going to use a metal probe, one off my thermometer, just to test the tenderness between all the bones. Okay, and once that's done, once they're probing nice, I'm going to warm up a little bit of barbecue sauce, glaze them, put them back in for about 7 minutes, and then we're eating them. And for those that haven't seen it, you're probably wondering why I'm taking off 2 pairs of gloves. That's why. Hot ribs, didn't even feel it. Cotton gloves, I brought them from, well, here in Australia it's known as Bunnings hardware store. So if you're overseas, you'll probably be able to go to your local hardware store and buy some cotton gardening gloves. You put them under the, why we wear black ones so you can't see it. Cheers, having another beer. For the barbecue sauce that I'm going to put on the end, you can use your favourite barbecue sauce or glaze or whatever. I love the flavour of Blues Hog, so this is Blues Hog Original. So I'm just going to put these little cast iron saucepans. So I just put some of that in, and Cosmos, they do a whole range. And this is the cherry apple habanero rib glaze, so I'll put a little bit of that in, and I'll just put that in there to warm up as well. So easy, done. All right, it's time to test these ribs. So put it off. Oh, they smell awesome. That in part and parcel is everything we've done to it, but that Four Monkeys rub. Oh, and they are just probing like butter. So they're done, they're ready to go. So all we're going to do is take them out of the foil. Oh. Put it aside. Look at that. Okay, we're just going to glaze them with our warmed up barbecue sauce. Now it's going to drip down there and create some nice smoky flavours. I'm actually going to leave that in there to keep warming up. We'll put a little bit more on once it's all done. But that's it, 7 minutes, set the timer. We're going to be eating these shortly. That's time. Alright, let's get the ribs off. I can't wait. Oh. No words. They look fantastic. Let's get these off. Well, there you have it. Perfectly cooked ribs. Now, that colour is absolutely amazing. That deep, rich mahogany, which obviously by smoking meat you get that. But what's enhanced that is the Four Monkeys pork. It's an absolute favourite rub of mine. I just want to dig right in. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more sauce. I don't mind a little bit more on my ribs. And it's got a good aroma to it. They just look that good. All right, it's time to dig in. Normally I'll just flip them over so I can see the bones. Oh. Look at that. Alright. I just love Four Monkeys. Dan, if you could adopt me, I'd appreciate it. They're hanging on, you got to rip it off. It's soft, it's juicy. The flavour, got that apple and cherry. That slow burn wood, beautiful. And that gidgee lump, man. I wasn't surprised with it, but it took a little while longer than my normal stuff to get to temp in the chimney. Once it was there though, it was cranking, and it was stable as. So, as I said earlier, look them up. Slow burn. Nick and Cassandra love your product, so hopefully you'll look after anyone that sees this video and says they did, and hopefully you'll look after them and well, I don't know, just say g'day to them. I'm just delirious. This is absolutely beautiful. Look guys, if you do like my videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and the best thing you can do is hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell notification. So what that'll do is every time I upload a new video, you'll get notified, okay? So cheers once again for tuning in. I'm gonna eat these because I'm starving, and I'm gonna finish my beer. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Your grill. On today's episode, tips and tricks, a little bit more on that baby back ribs. Baby back ribs. I'm going to be showing you how to smoke some baby back ribs. I'm going to be showing you how to baby back ribs. That's right. Baby back ribs with birds singing in the background. Okay, hopefully you haven't flicked through the video, and here's the information that you need to win that prize. Okay, I need you to watch the entire video, count how many times I say Four Monkeys rubs, and comment down below. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Okay, I contacted Dan Barrett. I said, mate, I want to use some of your rubs and do a giveaway. He said, no worries, Schuey, I'll send some to you. So since he's doing that, okay, I'm going to ship these anywhere in the world. I don't care where you are, I'll get them to you free of charge. Okay, so go back, watch it, count how many times I say Four Monkeys, comment down below, okay? And realistically, I think I'll give this a week to run. So by 12 p.m. on the 18th of January 2020, okay, Australian Standard Eastern Time or Australian Eastern Standard Time, or whatever, 12 p.m. Melbourne time, 18th of January 2020. Shut up, I've got this. Okay, that's when I'm going to put all the names into a hat or a bowl, or maybe a Weber, and I'll draw out the lucky winner. Okay, so thanks for your support. That's exactly why I'm doing this. So back onto the bloopers. And I'm going to go back and film that a bit better because no idea what I was going to say. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Cheers boys, thanks for the heads up. You're still here, Mark? It's over. Go home.